Hello and welcome to another Mythic Karlov Manor draft. We are still sitting here at rank number 3. We went 4-3 in the video the other day, and hopefully we can climb. As long as we win more than we lose, I think with 4-3, I don't know exactly how the elo system works, but we probably broke even. But hoping to continue climbing here, let's hop straight into another draft and see if we can open something nice. We've been drafting a lot of Is It recently, and hoping I can mix things up this time around, but we'll see how it goes. Before the seats for this draft fills up, I do want to say, if you did enjoy the content and you wanted to support the channel, I did launch my Patreon channel. The link is in the description below. Shout out to all the current patrons. Really do appreciate your support. All right, new pack. Ooh, that's exciting. All right. That's a Trostani 3 Whispers. This card is amazing. It's a, I mean, ideally you want to be white-green, but of course you can splash it if you're heavy green, or if you're white, you can splash it. Although if you're a base white deck, it's harder to splash the green cards. But I do think that it is enough better than Makeshift Binding. I think this is basically a bomb if you can play the colors, that it's worth taking over the Binding, which I think Makeshift Binding is the other clear best card out of this pack. It's significantly better than anything else here. Night Drinker Moroi, Murder, I mean, they're black. I really don't want to be black. I definitely don't want to start any draft with black in this format. Now, if it's super open, I can certainly consider moving in. But, I mean, what's there to think about? Let's take the Mythic Rare. Let's take the Mythic Rare here and move on. So, first pick, Trostani. Hopefully, that is something that we could end up playing in our deck. But remember, this is our first pick. So what does that mean? Because it's our first pick, we should not necessarily let it dictate how we draft, okay? Because if there is a card that's significantly better than everything else that I see, then we could go ahead and take it. For example, in this pack, there's a Shock. Now, I can't take Fanatical Strength. There's a Museum Nightwatch, but I do like Fanatical Strength a little bit more, I think. Especially with Trostani. I mean, Double Strike, Death Touch, I mean, that seems pretty good. But passing a Shock does feel pretty bad, and red has been pretty open, but... okay, Shock is better. Shock is better. I will take the Fanatical Strength here, though, just to go with my Trostani and see where things go. All right, well, that's a Kellen. I'm going to take it. That's a Kellen, and I am going to take it. Another good card in this pack is the Tunnel Tipster. Person of Interest is also great. Had we taken, what, first pick Makeshift Binding into second pick Shock, we could have maybe taken Person of Interest and gone down that route. But this is the far sweeter route. Being a base blue deck allows us to potentially splash to Trostani as well, and it leads to a much more fun deck. What did I take this over? I think it was just Shock. So we're still base green. I do like Tunnel Tipster, but I also like starting out a draft with a rare and a mythic. I don't know about you, but this is something that I'm very interested in. So, being a blue-green base is nice. I haven't drafted a sweet Simic deck in a while, so let's see if we can go down that route. Not a big Rumble Belt Maverick fan. I think it's only... I mean, if you're kind of aggressive, it's okay. If you're collecting a ton of evidence and you have the Insidious Roots Chalk outline stuff going, I think it's fine. But I don't really want to take it fourth pick. I think I'd rather just take a Cold Case Cracker as a nice little value creature. And I do like the Cracker over something like an Undercover Crocodile. So let's go ahead and take that. And move into like a blue-green deck, splashing white here, potentially for the Trostani. Interesting pack here. Technician is okay. I like it more if I can actually hardcast this card. And because I'm low on cheap things to do, I can either take the Vitu-Ghazi Inspector or I can take the Escape Tunnel. You know, I think I'm going to take the Escape Tunnel here. Given that I already want to go 3 colors, Inspector is very good in this style of deck. But I think because I want to play the 3 colors, Escape Tunnel is just a really, really nice land to have here. So let's go ahead and take this. I'm just very high on this land in general. And as you know, I am much lower on a card like the Public Thoroughfare. I will take it as a necessary evil if I'm looking to play maybe 4 colors potentially, but I already have the Escape Tunnel here. I do need a 2-drop, so I'm happy enough taking the Bubble Smuggler out of this pack. Ideally, we're just going to be blue-green with a touch of white with the Trostani here. Notably, white doesn't seem to be super open here, but we'll see what the rest of the packs show. There's a Thundering Falls. We don't have any red cards right now. There's an Extract the Confession, which is a good removal spell, but it's in black. So for us, it's between Cold Case Cracker and Aftermath Analyst. I'm not a big fan of this card. I do have an Escape Tunnel. Do I need to ramp, or do I just take Cold Case Cracker? I'm going to just take Cold. I just don't really like this card very much. So I'll just take a decent 4-drop for my deck. And now we have the choice between... I mean, I don't think I'm ever sliming, but I don't think I've ever pick your poison in my deck either. I could maybe splash Curious Cadaver if I make a lot of clues. I don't ever want to play Sudden Setback either. I guess I'll take the Cadaver on the spec. All right, well, black seems very open. And there's nothing else that I really want here, so maybe I'll just take the Murder here in case somehow I just get all the black cards. Here, I'll just go ahead and take Crime Stopper Sprite. We are a little bit low on playables. It does look like green might also be cut off. So this is, are we going to make like a weird late swap into blue-black? That would be wild, right? Is that possible? I mean, I'll take this Gorehound. I don't really like the Polygraph Orb very much. But I mean, we saw the Murder and the Curious Cadaver, and we saw the only green card that I like that we saw was Kellen. Could we potentially splash to Kellen? I don't know. We'll see. This is kind of the tough part in the draft where I'm just like trying to figure out where my footing is and where I'm supposed to be. There's a Vengeful Creeper and a Granite Witness here in terms of face down creatures for us to consider. Think I'm just going to take the flyer here. I think I like the Granite Witness just a little bit more, especially if we're going to end up in blue-black. So I'll take the Granite Witness over the Vengeful Creeper. But there's a lot of question marks here. There's a lot of question marks. Are we blue-black? We could almost be blue-black tempo. Are we blue-green? I mean, just a lot of different directions we can go with this draft. Well, here, I will say, blue is definitely open, so I'm going to take Exit Specialist over the Nervous Gardener. The Nervous Gardener is also quite good, but this allows us to just keep taking blue cards and not really necessarily think about what we want to do with our green or black situation. My suspicion is I'm still going to just end up blue-green, even though I'm fighting people for green, be primarily blue with Kellen and maybe some combat tricks. I do love me a Bite Down on Crime, and there's nothing else that I really want here. I just don't think... I mean, white wasn't open, and I just feel like I shouldn't just randomly take a Private Eye here when I can pair the Kellen with the Bite Down on Crime here. So let's go ahead and take that. But we do need to be mindful of the 2 mana cards in our deck. So that is a murder. That is a murder if we want it to be black. There's also Cold Case Cracker, but now that we have 3 4s, I'm less inclined to take that. So this is definitely a curve consideration pick, and I'm going to do the responsible thing here and take a Sanitation Automaton for my curve purposes. And here we'll just take another Bubble Smuggler over the Aftermath Analyst. Because we could still be blue-green. I don't know. We'll find out. We are just blue. We are just blue. Not really interested in Hustle Bustle. It's between Cold Case Cracker and Gadget Technician. And... I'm going to be pretty heavy blue, so the Technician's probably not bad. I'll take this just because I have Kellen and 2 Cold Case Crackers already. So just having a face-down creature seems nice. But here I'll take Surveillance Monitor. That seems quite nice. So I'm glad we took the Technician. That's another Technician, by the way. And wow, how is green this cut off? It's wild. I'll take the Toxin Analysis, I guess, if I end up in black. No, I'm just going to take Airtight. Look, I just... Executive decision. We're just not going to play those cards, okay? We're just going to do this. And this will be our deck. Yeah, let's take, sure, an Alley Assailant. And the thing is, we still just have a totally fine deck. It's almost mono blue. It's almost mono blue. Maybe Trostani is going to be kind of hard to cast. But it's almost mono blue with Kellen, Fanatical Strength, and Bite Down on Crime. It does feel like blue is kind of open. I would really like to pick up an Out Cold. I think that would be pretty nice here. And once again, a situation where And I said it in the previous draft, green and white cards. I just feel like everybody's only drafting those colors. And just all the blue and black cards and red cards even, all are getting taken right now. But yeah, I mean, could we even end up being blue-red? I mean, this is not a Bant the Criminologist deck, but maybe I should have taken it anyways. This, you know what this is? This is one of those decks where you look at it and you go, you know what? You know what? If I can get 4 wins with this, it'll be fine. If I can get 4 wins with this, I'll be all right. Okay. Does that change something? Why does this keep happening? We keep opening Ezreal in pack 3. Ugh. All right. No. I'm not going to do it. I think Kellen is also very good. So I'm going to take a blue or green card. So like I said, I was looking for Out Cold, but there's also a Bite Down on Crime, which I'm a very big fan of. So what do I like more in blue-green? I think in blue-green, I just like having removal. So this would be removal spell number 2. So let's take Bite Down on Crime over the Out Cold. And I think because blue is relatively open, I think there is a decent shot that we maybe get an Out Cold here. Now this is interesting. We have Meticulous Archive, which allows us to splash Trostani, or there's a Makeshift Binding, which is another great card to potentially splash for if we want it to be blue-green splash white. I do like me a Makeshift Binding. But you know what? I'm going to just do the responsible thing. I'm going to make sure I just have the fixing for it first. And I really like Meticulous Binding in general. I just like the Surveil lands. So I'm going to take that over the Makeshift Binding. And now there's a Topiary Panther. So that's good fixing for us. Yeah, black was clearly very, very open, but here we are. Executive decisions are being made. Now we have pretty good fixing setup here. We just need to play 1 plains, and that's 4 white sources here to play the Trostani. And look, I mean, our deck still looks totally fine. Here. At this point, though, I do have a pretty high number of creatures. Definitely could just use another spell of some kind. It's an Aftermath Analyst, which, like I said before, I'm not the biggest fan of. I don't know if I want 2 copies of Crime Stopper Sprite here. I think I'll just take the first copy of Vengeful Creeper. I do like having a copy of this in most of my decks, so happy enough with that. And I like my fixing here, and Get a Leg Up is a premium combat trick. There's a Cold Case Cracker, but we have 4/4s. Gravestone Strider would also be okay here, but I think Get a Leg Up is just too good to, especially given that we only have 2 Bite Down on Crimes and a Fanatical Strength. We're really in the market for another combat trick, so happy enough with the Get a Leg Up there. And now we have the choice between Fairy Snoop and Undercover Crocodile. I don't have that many big things to flip up, so I guess I don't mind splitting the difference here and playing 1 Crocodile, 1 Fairy Snoop. All right, and now we have the choice between, I think I'm going to take a 2-mana creature here. So it's probably Sanitation Automaton. Yeah, let's just go ahead and take that. Just to shore up our 2-mana. And yeah, I'll take, like I said, I don't like Eliminate the Impossible that much. I would say that it's better in blue-green because your creatures tend to be bigger. And I am in the market for a trick, so I am going to play that. Oh, and the Eavesdropper Table. Long goodbye with 5 cards left in the pack, but happy enough with the Eavesdropper. And yeah, this is our deck. Ooh, I like me a Hellion as well. So we're going to have to cut one of our 3s probably. But yeah, I mean, this deck looks okay. Nothing that special. I think black was definitely very open. But here's the thing. I'm just going to say, even if black is open, it doesn't necessarily mean you should be black. It's like, oh, great, I have 3 murders. Is your deck good? Like, what makes the black deck good, right? It's the uncommons and the rares. You have a Bane Ripper? All right. You have Izoni? You have Coerce to Kill? If your deck just has a bunch of... If black was so open where you have a bunch of murders and Slice from the Shadows and Extract the Confessions, I just don't think that's necessarily good enough. All right, let's figure out this deck here. Don't need any swamps or mountains. And 1 plains, probably want 8 forests. Yeah, that seems perfect. I think I want the green, extra green here, just because I have the Topiary Panther, and then we just need to cut exactly 1 card. We have 5 spells, and a bunch of face down cards. And we just need to figure out it's going to be a 3-drop, definitely. I think it might just be the Technician. We're actually playing a lot more green now. So let's just cut the Technician here and do something like this. The Exit Specialist can act as another 2. So we are on 5, which is sorta lowish. But 5 plus maybe a Kellen to help us ramp could be good enough. But let's give this a shot. Alrighty, round 1. Can we cast this? No, we can't. Anytime we draw an island, Trostani gets a lot harder to cast, but we're obviously keeping this hand here. We just need to draw forest or a plains. I guess we have 1 plains, but it's fine. Don't necessarily need to play this on turn 3. Still just a great creature if you play it at any point in the game. We have a 2-drop in the Bubble Smuggler here. We got the Meticulous Archive. Very, very happy with this pick. I mean, the Makeshift Binding would have also been good, but green was pretty heavily contested, so I just don't think that it was going to be that easy to get the fixing that we need. Exit Specialist. I actually am going to bin this. I actually, with our hand, I think Exit Specialist is very good, but with our hand, I'd rather be able to draw another forest or plains here, and I just feel like I want to draw up more lands. So they have 2 mana up. I can play Kellen, or I can play Tail the Suspect. It's bad if they have Reasonable Doubt, but I think it's, I think it's still worth. Like, if they have Reasonable, okay, they have it. Nope, they don't. Great. We have a land here. I know we don't have land number 4, but this definitely opens the door for us to play Kellen on turn 3, which I think is super strong. So land here would be awesome! That was not a land. It wasn't awesome. Okay. Let's play a face down card. I even bottomed the Exit Specialist. I even bottomed it. You know? Just, come on. Oh, I could have used one of those. What did I take? Oh, I took the Exit Specialist over to Gardener. I would have kept a Gardener. Okay. Maybe this is an 18-lander? No, 17 lands plus the Panther seems fine. Like, all I want to do is play my 4th land drop. Is that just too much to ask for? You know what I mean? Like, is it really, though? I can draw a card and try to randomly blindly hit a land. I'm going to play the Automaton just to guarantee it. Like, I just feel like there's no land on top. This is like kind of a land. Oh, this is gross. I mean, I can play it and I still have a play, I guess. I just don't want to risk not drawing a land, but this feels awful. I will channel. What the? They're splashing the Gleaming Gear Drake. Okay. Yeah. All right. We will cycle the Panther for a forest, I guess, and then figure out what we need to do. Definitely just blocking here. See what they do. Okay, let's go ahead and get a forest. It's very weird that they just passed, though. I'm gonna just pass, actually. I want to crack this clue. I feel like playing this Bubble Smuggler just doesn't do much. And if they attack me, I can't Fanatical Strength to possibly trade here. What is this card? It's a Granite Witness? Alright. Hey, that's the way I look at that play is that it was a tempo play. You know what I mean? It was a tempo play. Let's hope they don't have a removal spell. Okay, we have Vengeful Creeper, which is the long-term answer to that makeshift binding. Although it would have also been an answer to the Gleaming Gear Drake. I would like to draw a land here so that I can just play like a face-down card and bite down on crime. It looks like they're probably going to pump the Gear Drake. Nope, just the Vitu-Ghazi Inspector, which is also fine. Yeah, Forest or Plains would be specifically very good. I mean, I guess I can't complain too much about that. All right, let's collect evidence. Make a Thopter. They have 3 cards left. They have good power in their deck for sure. We are still just on the 4 lands. See what they do. If I draw land number 5, I really, really do want to cast Vengeful Creeper face down to get my Kellen back at some point. They're probably going to play some awesome face down card. Or even just any face down card. Okay, so that is a green source. I mean, I can also play Trostani. Maybe that's better just because it's just a much... It's a much bigger creature. I'm concerned about what kind of removal they could have here. Like, if they have Galvanize, it's better to do this on my Trostani. Yeah, you know what? Maybe it's better to play Trostani, mostly because it means that I have a really good block on this face down card, most likely. I'm not interested in attacking. Let's just kill this flyer. Collect evidence 6, okay? And then see what they do. I mean, the thing is I still get a Thopter here. If they have Make Your Move, I doubt they're splashing Make Your Move, though. That doesn't do anything. That also doesn't do anything. Did they forget that I pumped my creature? I guess they were trying to find something else on top of that or something like that. All right, we might be on the verge of potentially stabilizing, but of course that fully depends on what this face down card is. We're at 12 life. They have 3 cards in hand. Face down card. I don't care about using the Trostani. I just want to kill this face down card. If it could be a Riftburst Hellion. Oh, it's a Vengeful Creeper. That's fine. Okay, sure. I'm just at 12. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just not going to be able to do Trostani things. So I just figured I just need to... Like, it's already pretty good if I can just use my Creeper to kill the makeshift binding. So... yeah, so let's go ahead and play this face down, and then we'll play the Bubble Smuggler face down as well. And then just pass. They get to crack their clue, but they only have the Vitu-Ghazi Inspector now. And we have lots of large monsters to potentially flip over. Topiary Panther, that's a good one, though. A lot. Wow. Wow. Was that good? Goodness. All right. No attacks. Oh my gosh. I mean, we still have pretty good blocks, right? So that's a thing. The Eavesdropper will have Vigilance, but I don't know that you can attack with the Eavesdropper into all my open mana. You know what I mean? Like, that seems suicidal. My opponent is suicidal. I mean, they could have a combat trick too, I guess. Yeah, I'll just block there, I guess. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm at 6, so I mean they got me low at least, right? The question is whether or not I attack with this Vengeful Creeper. I think the answer is yes. Let's eat our clue, draw a card. And then we will play Cold Case Cracker. And I'm going to pass. All right, they went this way is not going to be great. Crack their clue. Wish I had a way to get this off the battlefield. You just love attacking. Sure. This is an attack from somebody who has something. Right? So. We'll see what they have. Okay. Well, so what happens if I shrink this and make it a 7? It doesn't matter, right? So I just don't cast Eliminate here. Yeah. That is a trade I am loving to make every day. Every day. They could have done it for 4. That was a big misstep from the opponent. All right. Boom. Get them for 11. Then we'll play the Automaton. We'll keep Bite Down on Crime, definitely. All right. All right. We were able to stave off their early beats. Yeah. And still ranked number 3. And that was definitely one of those games where, I mean, I could have taken more greedy lines, taken a little more damage, and chosen not to block at times. But I just felt like it's just important, especially when you're on the back foot, to preserve your life total. There's a lot of ways to kind of force through the last few points of damage with cards like Fanatical Strength and Out Cold. So keeping your life total kind of into double digits is pretty important. And we got there. We got there. Glad we triple blocked the Panther. This is a 2-lander on the draw, but I have a Sanitation Automaton, so I think this is pretty good keep here. We have a bunch of face-down cards. Obviously, if we draw an island to use the Kellen on turn 2, that would be ideal if we can go like land. But on the draw here with 15 lands, Topiary Panther, and also the Automaton, I think it's, we're going to get to look at 4 cards here. This is just the classic Cheon hand, by the way. Even yesterday, right? Literally every hand was 2 lands. Okay, we got there. Every hand was 2 lands of one color, a little sketch, and kind of hoping to get there. And I think we got there like half the time. Ooh, turn 3 Kellen into Sanitation Automaton's pretty exciting. If I draw land number 4, okay, then I think I just do the explore thing. I was gonna say if I didn't, I would just play the Automaton. Do we just force the action here? Yeah, I think so. I mean, if they kill it, they kill it. 3/4 is pretty hard to kill. They would need Extract the Confession, Makeshift Binding. I guess those would kill it. If they attack me, I'll have to take it. But the reason why I'm running this out is because they have a Sanitation Automaton, and it's one of those, like, if you do not kill my Kellen, you're probably dead, because this is just going to be too much for them to overcome. So we take the 4. And, yep, we get a free Sanitation Automaton, which is incredible. I'll take that. Deal 3 damage. Excuse me. And then I'll play a Loxodon Eavesdropper here and keep up Get a Leg Up, I think. +2/+2 is pretty good in this spot. Just because for 5 mana, usually the biggest thing that you can flip over is a 5/5. And because they have a 2/2 in play, they're going to need like a combat trick. If they play the Chases on, the creature would be a 5/2, and +2/+2 is still good enough there. So if they want to get really aggressive, we're at 14 life. I probably will go ahead and just block both. And they chose not to. Okay. That is awesome. Okay. I'm not interested in vigilancing the Eavesdropper here. I think I just want to play more things. So let's play. And I do want to play one of these face down cards. I don't know what's going to be more important. Let's play the Creeper here. Just so that I could have a bigger Get a Leg Up here potentially. And then I'm going to attack with the Kellen. Now, of course, if they have Not on My Watch, that's not ideal, but it is what it is. But they can't flip anything up that can kill my Kellen. I suppose I could have attacked with this. Yeah. With all this mana up, though, I mean, it just feels really fishy. You know what I mean? It just feels like they have something. I see. Oh, it's a murder. Oh. I see. Okay. Interesting. So I can use Get a Leg Up here. I think I will. They would have to have Galvanize to really kill this. So let's just force them to have Galvanize. And then let's go ahead and play the Automaton. Do we need that? I'll keep it. Hitting another land doesn't seem terrible, actually. And the Surveil is like half a card almost, or maybe a third of a card. And it gives us the white source that we need for the potential Trostani as well. And we have enough action here where I think I don't mind drawing this land, actually. Looks like a Deadly Complication. No, yeah, Deadly Complication, maybe? Oh, it's Torch the Witness. Oh, so that means they have a follow-up here, too? Light. Oh, wow. They just killed everything. All right. I'm just going to play this. Actually, what should I do? Let's play this land first. I do like that. Yeah, I'm just going to play this face up. Just a really good use of mana. I don't want to pay... Why pay 8 mana when you can pay 6, right? Is the way I look at it. And yeah, we'll just attack with everything here. Jeez. Huh. Let's crack this clue, I guess. Okay. Let's play a flyer. Would have really liked to be able to double spell that turn, but our mana just didn't allow us to. If one of these face down cards is an Aurelia's Vindicator, that would be the card that gets them back into this. I mean, I know they have 2 face-down cards, but like, you know. They're going to flip one of these over. It's a Crowd Control Warden. We can play Eliminate here. Okay. They've seen enough. We got our value. We got our value. All right, 2-0 and still rank 3. Okay, still rank 3. Come on, Kellen. We just need to draw Kellen every game. Kellen every game with 4 lands. All right, we are 2-0, rank number 3. Huh. I mean, we have the Sanitation Automaton. I'm going to keep this. It's a little land heavy, but the Automaton will help smooth out our draws. Our deck is pretty mana hungry. That's another land off the top, but I believe in the Automaton. I'll keep that. It's a play. The thing is, I don't have a play next turn, sadly, but I don't think I can just bin Surveillance Monitor when I have nothing, even though it's just like a Hill Giant. Perhaps this was a sketchy keep. Perhaps. I would love for them to actually block here. Yes. We got some value. We got value. I mean, anything, right? Just being able to kill, like, this just said 4 mana, kill a creature, draw a card. And with the current situation, us wanting that clue, hey, it's fine. Okay. Don't have a great attack here. Hopefully off this clue we can find something that's not Surveillance Monitor as our play next turn. Oh, perfect. Because I want to be able to at least make a Thopter here. So I'm going to play the Eavesdropper. I'm not attacking with the Automaton here, especially into open shock mana. We're just going to pass. And if they shock my Automaton, I'm also going to let it die. Because that allows me to play the Surveillance Monitor and make a 1-1. Definitely attacking with a 4. Oh, geez. Okay, well, you know, it was looking decent until they played the best green rare in the set. It was looking decent. They missed the land drop. They played a Rakish Scoundrel, which is not great. They played a naked V2 Ghazi Inspector, but now I would say that they're ahead. That is the nature of the game. All right. Eavesdropper, get in there. All right, well, we do have Get a Leg Up, and drawing the Hellion was pretty nice because we have nothing else to do really with our mana. So, and they're, yeah. I mean, they're on the back foot-ish, I want to say. This Get a Leg Up is, I just can't see how this Get a Leg Up is not going to be awesome here. But given that they missed a land drop, you do know that they have just gas in their hand. Let's hope that they also don't have a Get a Leg Up. Hard-hitting question. Okay. I'll let that happen. So this can be an 8-9. Okay, that's good. Like if they block with everything. They're just like, wow, this is a bold attack. Bold attack. All right, well, you know, look, I'll take any free creature, to be honest. You got to get the edges slowly, right? You got to get the edges slowly. They can hit us for a good amount here. The thing is, though, if they crack this clue to attack, then we're not looking that bad, to be honest. Just because then their face down cards, they won't really be able to flip up. So then I have a pretty safe block with my Sanitation Automaton. Bite Down on Crime would be awesome, by the way. Surveillance Monitor plus Bite Down on Crime, make a Thopter. I mean, next turn I can go Surveillance Monitor. That puts 2 creatures on the battlefield. So then I have a +4/+4 available with Get a Leg Up, which is pretty great. Oh, and we drew Bubble Smuggler, so that's another thing. And, you know, look, this could be obvious, but I don't care, right? This could be obvious, but I do not care. Like, what are they going to do? They can just take 6. It's fine for them to take 6, or they can just chump. It's all good. Yeah. They have Get a Leg Up here, and we're just going to get them back. All right. So that was a really good exchange for us. We basically... The Riftburst Hellion has now eaten 2 creatures, which is nice. But that was kind of our last kind of card up our sleeve. But at the end of the day, I mean, they have a Pyrotechnic Performer. They do have these 2 cards, but I'm at 17. And I have a Bubble Smuggler and a Riftburst Hellion that can also attack. So it's just a matter of now kind of we're out of guess. Like, what else do you have left here? All right. Okay. This Performer is chunking the crap out of me, though, I will say. Like, I don't know what this card is, but... All right. Okay. Okay, they are presenting a pretty decent-sized force here. We need to continue putting on pressure. All right, they're at 8. And another Bubble Smuggler. We're going to do lots of blocking here, but they're at 8. They've been here's the thing. They've like thrown away 3 creatures, but it still feels somewhat close. Green. Now this is a Bite Down on Crime, and they're leaving up a bunch of red. Oh, no, it's a Vitu-Ghazi Inspector. Okay. That's not as bad. Okay, so they want to get in for 2 in the air, it looks like. But I'm blocking most anything else here. I wonder what this card is. What can you be? For 4 mana. Can it be a 1/3? For 4 mana? What are you? Shady Informant, maybe? Oh, it can be any 4 mana creature. I forgot about that. Right, this was a Hide in Plain Sight card. Okay, it's a Dogwalker. That's okay. That's fine. This Performer, by the way, has dealt 9 damage to us. That's ridiculous. Lander was not ideal. Land was not ideal. So now I have to be careful with how I balance my offense and defense. I still want to attack, but I'm wondering if it's just like a Bubble Smuggler attack here. Because if I attack with all 3, they can just chump block with like 2 creatures, maybe this, and then they can attack me back with these 5 creatures. I can block these 2 creatures, and then I take 4. If they kill this, I take 6, and I go to 3. Maybe I still need to be aggressive. Because by attacking, I do get to eat 2 creatures, right? Which is kind of like blocking. All right, let's go for it. If they play it risky here and don't block my face down card, I think Vitu-Ghazi Inspector is gonna, okay, sure. All right. What is this? Felonious Rage, okay. All right, they're on no cards left, and this is not a lethal attack. This is not a lethal attack. We can block the Pyrotechnic Performer in this, and we take 6. So they have to top deck, and I think now that they're at 4, these are both lethal attacks as well. So I don't know. I just feel like we put ourselves in a pretty good position here. The Felonious Rage was decent. Even a removal spell doesn't kill us. Even a removal spell does not kill us. Very close, though. Only because Pyrotechnic Performer did 11 damage to us. The thing is, they have to keep 2 creatures back, because I have a 6/7 and a 6/5. Okay, well then, now, it just makes sense to block the 2 biggest creatures. 2, 4, 5, 6. So, like, what happens if I block this? If they have +3/+3 in trample, they'll deal 8 minus 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. If Surveillance Monitor blocks here, if 2, 4, 5, 6. I mean, these are the 2 biggest creatures. So let's just block like this. If I block here, I think I still just die to +3/+3 in trample. So, yep. They had no cards in hand, by the way. Yeah, okay. Yep. Sometimes you play well, but it doesn't matter. Or you try to play well. I felt like I needed to do some little balancing of offense and defense there. But in games like, I mean, look, I played around a potential removal spell. It was really just a 3 damage pump spell that killed us there off the top because they had nothing, right? So no 3 or 4 drop. Can't keep that hand. I'll keep this, and I do want to keep all my lands. I think I'm just going to put the bite on the bottom. The reason why I keep the thing is, on a mulligan too, Cold Case Cracker is pretty nice, right? Just because it gets you that clue. If it's a land, I'll keep. Ugh, that's like keeping a 4-drop on top. Basically, if I draw a forest, it's good, but if not, then it's kind of rough. I'm going to keep it. It's such a good card if I can get it in play. And I already drew the plains. I can play the Vengeful Creeper. And if I don't draw something, it'll likely just be another face down card. I don't know. Okay. Great start, though, from the opponent. 1-drop, 2-drop. Wow, that's an early case of the Crimson Pulse, but it's going to be hard to beat unless I can string together. Wow, they discarded Person of Interest, so they're definitely in the market for some lands, and I am thrilled that I drew a land there. All right, Cold Case Cracker. We're just going to start jamming those for now. If we get to land number 6, we can flip this up and kill the case. I feel like we're more likely to kill the case before they get to flip this, or before they get to solve it. Never mind. I feel like they're way more likely to solve the case. All right. Just all the Cold Case Crackers. Does it exile? Ugh. They're going to sack maybe the onlooker. Hit us for 3. Maybe 2. If I draw a land, what do I want to do? Wait, they're keeping this back. Wow. It's very conservative. Do I play Granite Witness here just to have just a bunch of giant flyers in play? Probably. And also just use this to like exhaust the removal. Okay, now they're attacking. Wow, double Reckless Detective. They have a nice deck. This is Automaton. Very bad against X3s, especially 1/3s. Looks like they're going to extract the Confession, maybe? Oh, no. Just Macabre. Oh, sure. Okay. All right. Well, if they don't have anything, right, because they only have the 1 card left in hand, like Trostani is just a large body. It's really hard for them to attack into the Trostani. Unless the last card is a removal spell. This can give Vigilance for 1 mana. If I draw a land, I probably just want to play both of these cards. That's super unfortunate. Okay. Well, we have a game plan, right? Our game plan here is we're going to take 7 here. We're going to block the 2/2. Yep. We're going to block the 2/2, and we're going to try to win with our flyers. If we draw a land, we can go Automaton plus Riftburst Hellion, which really helps us. But the thing is... Oh, that flips too? Okay. Oh, that's really good. Wow. Yeah. So, okay. Basically, they need to not have draw an answer to our flyers. I don't know that that's good enough based on this bull. Well, actually, a 3/3 is not bad. Against Reckless Detective, I guess I'll keep. All right, but they're looking at so many cards here. Like, I just feel like my flyer is going to die. But we'll see. We will see. They have double Reckless Detective. Now the question is, do I want to play like around a combat trick or something? Like Toxin Analysis, I suppose. I don't know. The chase is on. Like, is there a reason to block? Like, the thing is, the Granite Witness will... Like, it's really bad if they have Felonious Rage or Chases on, and we're just kind of all in on the flyers. Yeah, let's just fog. Oh, actually, I just realized. This removes Suspect. We can block here. Okay. What you got? Ooh. Yeah, no, that's good. That is definitely good. Wow, so they gave me my haste creature. Okay. Granite Witness, it's on you now. And Loxodon Eavesdropper in play. Oh, they discarded a flyer. This is so close. I mean, I could have eaten an Undercity Eliminator. I just didn't want to run into a combat trick there. Okay, they're looking for answers. They're playing red-black. That's the thing. They just have so many ways to kill my flyer. And they flip the case. Oof. Yeah, maybe I was supposed to block Undercity Eliminator. It just look, if they had Chases on or Felonious Rage, we'd be so sad, right? If that was the only thing that they had. Okay. Why do they play the land? Okay. Another Leering. Wait. They could have played that Leering Onlooker. Oh, this is horrendous. All right. Of course, they have the combat trick now. I mean, they looked at a lot of cards. They looked at a lot of cards, so it is what it is. Like, it was going to happen. But that was a really close game. Really, really close game off that mulligan. We leaned pretty heavily on the flyers, and we were very close, but didn't quite get there. I think those were the blocks that we were supposed to make. I mean, I could have... I mean, if I block the 3/3, then I don't die. Like, I mean, I guess I get... Well, if they have Shock, they kill my flyer anyways. So what combat? Felonious Rage. I'm playing around a Felonious Rage and Presume Dead, I think, are the ones that I'm looking out for. I don't know. I should have known something was up, though, when they discarded the Leering Onlooker. It's like, what? They must have been very confident they were going to win that game. This hand's a little bit slow. We have a face-down card. We're on the play, at least. I have been running into this issue. I mean, I took like Sanitation Automatons, but I just need to kind of go back on my draft logs. I feel like I just need to like take even more 2-drops than I have been. You know what I mean? But it just feels like anytime you see like a premium spell, it just feels bad to do so. I'll play the Granite Witness here. Because the Vengeful Creeper, I'm actually okay playing this as a 5/5, which red-white might have some trouble with. I think they're going to play something big here, though. Or they're going to play something to give the Market Watch Phantom wings, and then we're going to take 4. So great start from them. For them, from them, whatever. And just not much for us to do. Let's go ahead and play Eavesdropper and pass. Definitely one of those situations, though, where if they have a removal spell or a combat trick, because we were on the draw and we didn't play our 2-drop, if they have a removal spell or a combat trick, it's kind of over. Not much I can do. So it's like, what am I hoping for? Just that they have a lot of creatures? Yeah, see, they have a removal spell. I mean, I can block the Market Watch Phantom. So if they don't have Makeshift Binding plus creature, we at least just take 5 and we block the Phantom. So that's something. And them not having that creature in play is pretty nice because the consultant doesn't get pumped next turn. I'm actually going to play the surveillance monitor here because I'm kind of interested in being able to kill the makeshift binding here if possible. This does leave me vulnerable to galvanize. And I also wanted to play this meticulous archive. I think just any creature at this point with all this mana, I just probably want to keep. Next turn might be a turn where I want to just keep up Fanatical Strength. We'll see. Great deck, though. Minus the tracker. Due diligence. What the heck? Gross. All right, well, we're gonna chump the Reckless Detective here. Just take a little less damage. All right. Innocent bystander. Okay. We have a plan here, folks. It's going to involve us getting down very low. I just want to get that consultant off the battlefield. It's just really annoying. All right, we're at 4 life. They're down to 1 card. And they drew Case of the Crimson Pulse. All right. Unreal. Actually unreal. Okay. We have 7 mana. Well, at least they didn't solve it yet. I mean, that's the thing, though. Like, can we beat Case of the Crimson Pulse? I mean, this thing has to attack. We're at 4 life. I think we kill the makeshift binding. And we hope for the best. We eat these 2 creatures, and we attack, attack, attack. And we have Bite Down on Crime. That's our plan. Do they have Make Your Move? They could. That would be really good here. Feels that way, doesn't it? It could be galvanized too, I guess. Oh my gosh, cast your spell already. Holy cow. Oh, it was a lightning helix? Goodness gracious. Yeah, oh man. Okay. Crack a clue? I just don't know that we can attack here. We need something like a Trostani just to like end the game very quickly. I mean, we're going to play 2 face down cards here and then have the red herring run into the creeper or whatever, but we're at 2 life against a Boros deck with a flipped Case of the Crimson Pulse. We have a bunch of large creatures in play, but they're drawing 2 cards a turn. It's like, how do you fight that? You know what I mean? How do you fight that? Like, shock. Just a lot of things beat us. Hopefully the board remains relatively clear next turn. We can crack a clue. We have Riftburst Hellion and Bubble Smuggler. Krenko's Buzz Crusher. All right, I'll get an island, I guess. Well, you know, maybe... Oh, they're going to have to discard during their upkeep, sure. Okay. Hey, like, Oh, they didn't have anything. Okay. Definitely want to kill the Buzz Crusher. Uh, 4, 5, 6. I don't think there's anything they can have. Here is the question, though. Do I want to play around a haste creature? Right? Do I want to play around a haste creature? I definitely know I want to get in for a lot of damage. This gets in for 13. It puts them to 12. So then if any of my 2 creatures connects next turn, it's lethal. And this plays around a haste creature, like a red herring. All right. Let's do it. I have a blocker back. I'm at 2 life. They get to look at potentially 3 cards. Steamcore Scholar. All right. They just drew 3 cards. They get to see a 4th card here with the clue. Sanitation Automaton, okay. Oh no, this is a 5-power creature. Never mind. Never mind. Oh no, then we don't have lethal yet. I mean, if I attack with the Bubble Smuggler, it would have been. Okay, well, no, they had Make Your Move. Oh, close. 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 3. This costs 6 to flip up. I still think I play this. For 6, let's do this. And then we can tap down the Automaton. Attack for 7. I guess I can crack the clue here. I should have done that before the Crime Stopper Sprite, to be honest. And then I have a flyer, and then I have another creature here. Okay, I have a flyer and a ground creature. They're at 5. Case of the Crimson Pulse. No shock or lightning helix, please. No shock or lightning helix. Can we beat Case of the Crimson Pulse? They already cast our lightning helix. Come on. We got there. Oh my gosh. Wow. That's wild. This costs 6 mana? Okay. Woo! We beat the Case of the Crimson Pulse. We beat Case of the Crimson Pulse. We're 1-1 against Case of the Crimson Pulse. Had some really close games so far in this run. I don't expect a great record with this deck necessarily, but we are 3-2. We're still clawing. We're still alive. And that's what matters. All right, 3-2, playing against ranked 95 player. Always a little scary. No 2-drops because I didn't draft any. I think I have 5. But we're on the play, thankfully. Crocodile or Vengeful Creeper. Against a red-white deck, I think it's pretty likely that I want to just play this as a 5-mana 5/5. And I'm happy with any trades right now. One really big reason for this, too, is I have a Surveillance Monitor, which I can play, which is definitely what I want to do next turn. Not a bad turn 4 play, right? Bold attack. All right, whatever. I'll take 2, and then I'll attack you back. How about that? This is probably like a dog walker or something. Yep. Cold Case Cracker, and what do we have with the archive? I actually want to keep that. I have the Land Cycler for the Topiary Panther, so I do think this having a flyer that stuns is going to be pretty useful here. We blocking. Sure. So when they attacked last turn, I feel like that means they do have a combat trick, most likely. Let's go ahead and get a forest. I think I want to get my tempo back. And also I have the Surveillance Monitor in play, which is great. I get another 1/1. All right. Little bit of a racing situation here. We'll take it. They have 4 cards in hand. One of them is most likely a trick of some kind. Face Up Museum Night Watch. Okay. I can play double face down card. I have a lot of options here, actually. Face Up Vengeful Creeper also seems pretty good. Here it's just a matter of trying to figure out like what they can have and how I should respond accordingly. Like I feel like there's a combat trick that I'm going to need to fight through. I just don't know what it is. I think I'm just going to attack with a Sprite. And I'm going to play a Face Up Vengeful Creeper just because it's the biggest body. And I think there's a decent chance that I just put a 1/1 in front of the Offender at Large. We'll see how they attack. This attack is ridiculous to me. Okay. It could be like on the job or something. I suppose. I basically want to block in a way that may or may not force them to use a trick and to keep my Vengeful Creeper alive. While preserving my life total. So it's like a little bit of everything. If they have the chases on, that's still fine. I mean, like, I still kill it. Oh, wow. The way they order the blocks, my creeper actually lives. All right. How you block is very important in this format. I don't know if you know this. I mean, I want to get them super low here, right? We're at 9. So we can play a face down card and face up Kellen. They get to crack this clue, and we'll see what happens. They have to be a lot more careful now that we got them down to 3 with how they attack. Like, if they attack with Offender at Large plus Night Watch, I think I just put my face down card in front of Offender at Large. What is my face down card? 6/7? No blocks. This puts them dead on board. Right? Aren't they just dead on board? 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's play the land. I guess they could have not on my watch. Wow. Oh! That is an exit specialist. Oh, God, this is... Maybe I should have just cracked the clue first. I just wanted to find a cheaper spell. Oh, man. I'm at 3 life now. I could have also just attacked with the flyers. This is horrible. Three, 4, 5, 6. Well, actually, I can flip this over and play a face-up specialist. They have 3 cards in hand, though. Yep. I would have won if I drew my card, I guess, for the turn. But it is what it is. We die to anything, I guess. Yep. All right. Good beats. Good beats. I think this is going to put us down to rank 4. Oh no, rank 3. So, thought we did an okay job, but that last turn in that last match was just a total... Like, I just put myself dead on board to not on my watch. Like, why? They have 2 blockers, right? They have 2 blockers. Just attack with your flyers. Attack with your flyers. You still have blockers back. And if they kill your Kellen, like, you still have things to do. So that last game was a definite punt, but I want to showcase that punt as well. Just so that we can learn from that. That's a hard moment to learn from, just because it's like a very unique situation, but it's one of those moments where you have to think about, you have to slow down just a little bit and think about, what's the worst case scenario here? What can they have? If it's a removal spell, how can I respond? With black, white, white up, the only removal spell that I could think of is the not on my watch. But I should have kept that in mind. And if I did, then I would have only attacked with the Sprite and the Kellen. They kill the Kellen. They go down to 1. I still have 2 blockers. And then I would have drawn the Exit Specialist. I wouldn't be forced to flip up my my 6/7 because I wouldn't be attacking with it. And I think I would have won. So that one is completely on me. So speed bump on the way. But it wouldn't be an exciting journey to rank 1 if I just got there right away, right? So it is what it is. Sadly, not a great finish today, going 3-3. But hopefully we can turn things around in the next draft. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Feel free to hit the like or subscribe button for more daily videos just like this. If you want to support this content, I did launch my Patreon channel. The link is in the description below. Once again, shout out to all the patrons. Really do appreciate your support. I'll catch you tomorrow.